Yeah, I'm so nervous.
All right, okay, we have Lwethu online, we have Fanelwe online, who are our speakers for today, for now, for 5 p.m. We had Jimena earlier on at 4 p.m. and she's back with us to join us for the physical wellness. And hello to Nokolo and hello to Uspepelo. Pepelo, I'm going to mute you. All right, so everyone, welcome. The rest of the guests will join us as we go, I presume, hopefully. But to start off as soon as possible, because right now we have two speakers coming together, and so we'll need to balance the opportunities between the two to give us as much information as they can on physical wellness. Right now at 5 p.m., this is our 6th episode, I believe, of the lockdown chats with Nas and Mbuyi. And we've had a beautiful session on mental wellness. And now we want to look at the physical, because right now we are on level 4 of lockdown restrictions, which now allows us to go outside. We can go for jogs, we can go for exercises. A lot of people have been indoors struggling, doing Zoom exercises with their trainers, much like Ufanelwe, and now they can go outside. So what are some of the advices that we can give to our viewers and people at home? And what are the things that people can expect as well? We'd like to know, knowing that there's social distancing still in place, and we're coming from a place of being indoors, and now we're going out to interact with people. We want to exercise, we want to keep healthy, we want to eat well. We're standing in lines at the mall to go shop for food. What are the things that we need to look out for? We want to know all of that here today. So welcoming everyone who's here right now. Fanelwe Mnguni is a personal trainer. I know him from Virgin Active, and also has his own work going on with Fitness Chosen by Fitness. Has been doing sessions online. Lwethu Masuku, we know as Lwethu Greene Masuku, who is a chef and healthy nutritionist who advises people in terms of food and how to eat, how to keep healthy. Also mixing them potions for our customers and clients so that they can keep themselves inside out. So guys, welcome.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
We're good.
Are you guys good?
All right, let's start with you, Mbuyi. You can come in as well. But let's start with you. Tell us, how has the journey been for you? We've been in lockdown. I've seen your work online, but for those that don't know, please can you share with them what have you been doing during lockdown to combat with the struggles that we've been going through as you in your industry as a trainer?
I would like to greet everyone and thank you for such a pleasant opportunity, because this is actually needed. There's a lot of people that are demotivated now. They actually don't know what to do, because to be honest, everyone wants to go to the gym, but no one wants to train alone. Do you understand? Because this thing is very psychological. When I go to the gym, I'm going to meet my buddies there that push me to the next level. You understand? So now we have to try and obviously change that mindset into adapting to what we're living in now. You understand? I think the biggest challenge for most personal trainers and fitness experts and most of the guys that are obviously into the fitness industry is the adaptation of moving from being a physical person into changing into more mobilizing into the digital side of the world. Because now we're working on Zoom, we're working on Facebook, you're now working on Instagram, you know, people are struggling to buy data. So I think it's one of the biggest problems that most of the trainers are facing. Okay, that's the first part. Part number two, I think the psychological part of it, as I explained earlier on, is also a problem, because as I said, it's very hard to train alone. You might train for the first week and be all good, you know, be all hyped up and excited, you know. But then once you get into week 2, week 3, week 4, you know, I made a very, very good example with Noz. I was telling her over the phone that you'll find there's a lot of personal trainers now, people that are not even doing the actual thing. But all of a sudden now, since there's lockdown, there's so many trainers, there's so many dance instructors, you know, there's so many people that are now taking the opportunity. But once you get to the next like stage, you'll see how it's going to start dropping, because now you only find the people that are actually doing this for a living that are actually going to start implementing it. So honestly speaking, I think what we have to do as trainers, as fitness experts, as young entrepreneurs, especially in this field, we need to come up with a solution to the problem that we're facing, because it's quite obvious that we can't keep complaining. We got to do something about it. You know, we got to do something about it. We need to now try and tell ourselves that, you know what, I'm gonna wake up in the morning. Okay, I'm gonna wake up in the morning. I'm gonna try and find a group of friends. Okay, we're gonna form a Zoom platform, or we're gonna form WhatsApp group, whatever it is that you guys might want to do. You guys start doing challenges against each other. You understand? So you say, okay, today the challenge is 10 push-ups. I'm making an example. You do the first 10 push-ups, and then the next person says, I did 12. You understand? So then it's becoming a competition, but it's also motivating you to actually work harder on what you're doing. Do you understand? So I think we should try and have this mindset of making exercise something fun. It shouldn't be something a routine that, oh crap, I have to wake up. You know, you could easily train with your family. There's so many games that you can do at home. I know that in our culture as Zulu people, there's a lot of games. Maybe you'll excuse me if I name them, but I don't have another name for English. Games like Omakalopa, Ushumpu, where it's like a sting bomb. You know, those type of things are exercises that people don't actually realize, that you don't have to actually do squats and push-ups and what. You could do something simple like that for 30 minutes. That's an exercise. Cutting your grass outside, cleaning your house. That's physical activity. I used to have a client that was struggling with squats. So what I told her to do is that every time she enjoyed, well, not in a bad way, but she told me that whenever she was in the shower, she used to like singing. So she used to say that was her time to squat. Like she would squat in the shower before she actually showers. You understand? So you need to find something that you love doing that's gonna make you motivated. You know, you need to try and change your mindset from being this physical thing to becoming a fun activity where you actually with people that are close to you, especially your family. You're with people that you love, and you're actually enjoying what you're doing, you know. So I think that's probably something that we should actually try and implement in our minds now, since we obviously experiencing this lockdown.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Fanelwe. Thank you so much, Fanelwe. And then to Lwethu, how has the lockdown restrictions affected you as an entrepreneur, especially in your field, in nutrition, and also what good stuff has actually came out of this whole experience that you can just say?
Hey guys, hey. It seems lockdown is a bad thing for me right now. It's actually one of the best times. Okay, maybe and nutrition and getting in touch with my clients. I think it has actually, okay, I think I'd agree a lot with Coach Fanelwe Uguti. It's a psychological thing, firstly. It's a psychological thing, this thing. Uguti, you need to wake up in the morning and be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to try something new today. I'm going to try this. Challenge yourself. For me, I'm not a fitness person, but during lockdown, I'm starting to become a fitness person. Literally every morning, I don't like heavy weights and all these things. So what I do is I take 5 liters of water, and then I try, yabo, and I'm like, oh, you know, actually, wow, I'm gaining a bit of muscle here and there and whatnot. So, but for me, what I've noticed is that it's very important to wake up in the morning and feed your body the right food, you know. And Okay, so I tried preparing something small for you guys, and I'd like to read it because it actually just goes into how I can start this conversation. So in the morning, you need to break the fast, breakfast, your body needs fuel in the morning, a balanced meal, in fact. So we all know, Uguti, our body needs vitamins and minerals, healthy fats, fiber, protein, carbs, and we need to hydrate because when we're sleeping, we lose all these nutrients and we wake up and we're feeling tired, even though you slept the whole day, the previous day. So important, wake up, eat something good. And so when I break down what vitamins and minerals are, is that vitamins assist in the normal function and growth of your muscles. And although they have different functions in our bodies, we need it for our everyday hectic life. And even though people might say, Uti, right now our lives are not hectic, how do you now take care of your body without stressing yourself? For me, what I do for my clients especially is that I create a support group on WhatsApp, for example, because I've noticed that your Zoom calls are expensive, Zoom calls are very expensive. So not everyone's going to plug into Zoom or plug into a live Instagram chat or a Facebook chat. So I'll prefer saying that, guys, let's have a breakfast club. Let's support each other. Because at the end of the day, this is a journey. Everyone has to feel great about themselves. So if we create a space where we are okay with saying, Uguti, I'm not feeling okay today. You don't have to do it alone because we're all struggling. We're not used to being at home every day, all day, because we've got chores, we've got schoolwork, we've got assignments. While we're busy with assignments, we have to think about how am I going to make money? How am I going to come out of this? So it's very important having a support group. I think for now, that's what I'd like to say.
Thank you so much, Lwethu. I'd like to come back to Fanelwe. Lwethu is speaking about food. How does it complement physical exercise? Because you can exercise, but I also guess it also matters. What Lwethu is saying, how does it complement physical exercise?
Okay, guys. I agree with Coach Lwethu. Obviously, guys, what you put in is what you get out. Okay. So there's a rule called the 80-20% rule. Okay. Basically, what it talks about is that 80% of the nutrition is actually contributed to your physique. So 20% is actually exercise and 80% is the nutrition. For example, let me make a good example for you. I wake up in the morning. I'm about to do a heavy weight session. Okay. What happened? I ate at night, right? Okay. I don't eat in the morning. I'm about to crack a heavyweight session. What's going to happen? I'm going to lose my strength. Why? Because I don't have enough carbohydrates, which are going to turn into glucose, which is going to become glycogen and muscle stores for your body, which is what you need for energy. Okay. So when I talk about that, that's what I mean. If you're looking at the side of trying to lose weight, most people will have this. There's a theory that is called fasting cardio. Basically, what happens here is you don't eat in the morning. You wake up very early, so you'll wake up at like probably 6 or 5:30, and you'll do an intense workout. What happens to you then? What happens is you actually burn more calories because you're now working on a calorie deficit, because you're now trying to eliminate the fat that your body has stored overnight and break it down. You understand? So this theory of actually eating and nutrition is very important when it comes to your physique. I'll also give you another good example of athletes. I like using athletes a lot because it's very easy to relate to them. If you look at an athlete or a long distance runner, okay, a long distance runner, obviously you have to have a lot of carbohydrates, because what happens is when you have carbohydrates, you're actually burning all the calories. But also the carbohydrates that they have is important. You understand? You get different types. I don't want to go too deep into the nutrition parts, but I just want you to understand. You get different types of carbohydrates. You get your complex, you get your simple, you get your low GI, So you need to understand the types of food that you must eat. If you're talking about clean food, you're talking about stuff like your sweet potato, your jungle oats, some people will have potato maybe for carb storage if you're doing a lot of physical activity to burn the calories. And then obviously, guys, I think the biggest challenge now is the food. I think Lwethu will agree with me, because you're now obviously sitting at home, you've done your workouts, you've had your good breakfast, and then what happens is you're gonna go to maybe Spar or Pick and Pay, and then you're gonna see muffins, and then you're probably gonna want to nibble on them. So I really think it's it's really difficult, because now we're all humans and we all crave food, you understand? But what I want to explain to you guys today is this. People don't understand that someone will tell you that I'm gonna have a lot of muffins and I'm gonna have a lot of chocolate, but it's fine because I'm doing a workout. I'll burn it out, you know. I'll burn the calories out, you know. It doesn't work like that, guys. It doesn't. It really doesn't work. Your body can only burn so much, you understand, and your body can only store so much. So you can't use a theory that I'll get away with it. I'll get away with. You can get away with it, but but if you actually like a big built person and you're actually trying to try and drop those calories and burn the weight, it becomes very difficult. So it's very important to feed your body with the sufficient nutrition, because it's the output you're gonna get. Even when you're exercising, when you don't eat the right food, you struggle, you fatigue, your muscle gets tired because you're not feeding your muscle with the sufficient nutrition. You need to actually put in something that's going to get you a maximum output without you compromising your muscle or whatever it is that you want to achieve. So yeah, I think that's about it.
Should we be exercising every morning and every night, or just once a day, or twice a week, 3 times? How many times should one really exercise in good shape?
They say the most. Okay, let me just answer your question. Okay, we get different types of levels. Okay, but they say frequently, at least 30 minutes a day, 3 to 4 times a week should be enough of exercise. So at your normal heart rate, when you talk about the heart rate, it's the rate at which your heart beats. Obviously, you need to look at. I'm just gonna go a bit deeper, guys. Please try and bear with me. If you're looking at your maximum heart rate, it's 220. Okay, so we need to obviously look at you need to work at an average pace. You need to work at an average pace. So obviously try 3 to 4 times a week. I think that should be enough.
Okay.
Hey, Nos.
Yeah, to remind everyone, I'm trying to mute you. Please keep yourselves on mute. Do not unmute yourselves when I have muted you. It really does disturb the conversation. Thank you very much. Please continue.
Oh, I wanted to answer, Uguti, how many times you should eat a day?
Yes, and the portions of the meals that you're eating as well.
Ooh, okay. Well, you should eat 5 times a day. Everyone should eat 5 times a day. The reason why I'm saying 5 times a day is because you need to have your breakfast. I can't really show portions, but I could send a picture and then share it with everyone, because I normally just use a picture. Uguti, use your hand, and then I think this is fats. This is how much fat you should have in your meal. And then this is your, protein, and then starch, and then your carbs and the other things that you need in your body. So when you build your meal, it's also very important to consider that you have to have proteins. You have to have, okay, if you're a vegetarian, you would probably not go for your white meat or your lean meat. So you'd probably look at things like eggs, beans, lentils, ricotta cheese, or tofu. And then you need to also add a vegetable in your meal. And by a vegetable, you can have cooked or raw. Then add your whole grains or starch. Some people, though, prefer not to have starch in their meals. I always say, have starch, even if it's not a lot. Yabo. Some people want to pile up, and that's really, really not good. So you also need to add your healthy fats, which are obviously your olive oils, your nuts. Don't have too much not though, obviously, because you'll see in your skin, it's okay, now this person is having too much unhealthy food, basically. And then it's also very important to season up. And when you season up, don't just use spices. You can play around with your fresh herbs, play around with lemons, play around with just salt and pepper. You play around with even making your own salsa, tomatoes, onions, take some cucumber, just, yeah, play around, make your food colorful. I believe in a very colorful plate it can make your life better. So always out your meals like that.
Beautiful. Anything from you, Mbuyi, before I ask the next question?
Yeah, I wanna ask Fanelwe. You know what? I always start and say, you know what? Next month I wanna start gym, ne? And then I start like for 3 days, yeah, and then after that I'm quitting. And then I'll say next month. How how does one become consistent? And
Okay.
I wanna speak about. I want you to address the issue of consistency.
I think the most, well, not that I think, the most important thing, you obviously need to have a goal. You know, you need to mentally be prepared that you really want to do this. Are you hungry for this? Are you just doing this for fun? Is it going to become a lifestyle? Do you really want to change your life, or is it just, you know, just to look like this for 3 weeks and then I'm back to the old me? So you have to first develop that mindset, because, you know, guys, it's the journey of physical exercise is not easy. It's very difficult, guys. Even for us that have been in this industry for more than 4 or 5 years, that have been athletes for a very long time. Yes, I do still get muscle pain the next day. My legs are sore, my back is sore, my arms are sore, my shoulders are sore. You obviously need to be mentally driven. And yes, as the coach Lwethu said, guys, this is what we specialize in. This is what I specialize in. I assist a lot of people. So you can follow me, guys. I will give you advice. I've got a lot of programs that I do. I've got a lot of home workouts that I'm currently doing. Yeah, so it's basically about it. Yep. Equipment, no equipment. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did ask in the beginning also to share the meetings that you've had and the training sessions that you've had on Zoom that that people can see and can also be a part of.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us how did you start that and how's it going for you right now?
Okay, so basically what happened is, as I'm a personal trainer, I've obviously work with a lot of clients. So obviously moving around has been very difficult to obviously get from one point to the next. What I actually did is that I actually started a challenge. I said, let me start a challenge, a 21-day challenge. And then I got a couple of guys that were involved. And we were basically doing this IG thing where we actually, like, we're rotating the trainer. So this day, this person is going to be taking us for a session. They're obviously going to be having followers on Instagram that they're going to be trying to get other people to follow. So then I'll have the poster on my Instagram handle or my WhatsApp or my Facebook, whatever it is. And then we rotate. Then obviously by doing that, we start building a base of people, and that's how we start building the business. So that's what I've been obviously trying to do with a lot of guys from all over SA, a couple of guys from Joburg, a couple of guys from Durban, and it's actually going quite well. So yeah, social media has been a very, very good platform for us as trainers, and yeah, I think that's about it on my side.
What do you have planned after lockdown? So you're building this network, you're building an audience, you're building clients. Yes. What is your plan after lockdown with this group that you started?
Okay. Basically the plan now with this lockdown, I think the most important thing for not just me, but for all the trainers and the people that are into the fitness industry, this is a lesson that you have obviously now have to start thinking, because now you're buying time for money. You understand? Now need to on a social platform with a couple of the guys. We're obviously going to start rotating the workouts, and we're going to start building up the followers. And yeah, I think from there on, we're just taking it to the next level.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fanelwe. You know, we've over the past episodes that we've been doing, we've been speaking about collaboration and networking, and also you coming along today, you're also echoing what we've been emphasizing in the past weeks. It's not just about the topics that we're covering, but we're also trying to encourage collaboration amongst young creatives and young entrepreneurs. What is the new normal for you as a fitness coach post the lockdown restrictions? What is going to be the new normal in terms of fitness? What are we going to see? New technology, people venturing into more technology, but what in terms of your predictions, what do you see post the lockdown and post the COVID-19 pandemic?
Okay, to really be honest with you, this whole industrial revolution change it's actually hitting hard now. It's really gonna be tough. There's a lot of people that are gonna come up with new programs. There's gonna be apps that are gonna be designed. There's really gonna be a lot of competition amongst the trainers. But saying that, I think the most important thing for every person that's a trainer to actually know now is that you need to make exercise irresistible. Okay, what I mean by that is exercise has to be fun. You understand? You need to be inventive. You need to come up with new plans. You need to come up with new exercises that are gonna accommodate everyone. You understand? The time for going all mad and picking up heavy weights and you know, it's now we need to change the mindset now into looking more into the accommodation side of accommodating everyone. You understand? We need to make exercise fun. We need to make exercise. You need to work with other people. You see, that's the only way you're now gonna make it in the industry. You can't do it alone. You need to work with other people. You need to associate with the people that have been in the industry for a while, and you guys need to work together. You need to learn from each other. That's the only way you're gonna grow now. You understand? So I think it's about time that we as whether we nutritionists or dietitians and health coaches, we now come together and start coming up with new ideas.
True. Great, perfect. We have less than 1 minute left. I just wanted to stress that, and I'm glad, Mbuyi, you asked that question because we were going to be needing some closing remarks. Thank you so much, guys, ladies, gentlemen, for being with us today, and everybody else who is on this chat and watching and taking notes and learning. I believe the most important thing that was stressed today is collaborations and working together for us to stay happy, to stay healthy, and make it through lockdown in one piece and looking better and feeling better even after. Mbuyi, any closing remarks from you before we close? Oh, I think we've lost Mbuyi already. Oh, my bad.
Yes.
All right. Okay, guys, let me just say thank you and let me wrap this up. This video has been recorded, so I will be posting on the YouTube channel, and I will be writing a blog as well. So if I have any other questions to ask you, Fanelwe, and you as well, Lwethu, I might ask you a few things offline just so that I can add to the blog. And a big thank you to Jimena as well. Jimena, thank you for joining us again on this last side with the fitness wellness. You've been with us from the very beginning. And a very good evening to everyone then.
Thank you.
We'll be following you on social media.